Down. This is the newschool.com, the first deprogrammer. You can see a little bit in the background because they kind of blur it out. But actually, I'm wearing the Godfather hat, represent the womb man, when we was up in her, right? That's what the hat represents. Actually, you're in Europe, the rope of meaning fire, from Chaldea, when they got the concept of the fez, which was the hat, and the Taj or yarmulke. Basically, all of this was for the spiritual connection and the representative of when we was in the womb of the womb man, right? So basically, this is what the hat is for, and this is for the woman only. Because basically, it's time for y'all to step up and take your place. Because nobody can do it for you. Nobody can. You've been miseducated. You've been led down the wrong path. Men have written the scriptures, and through their understanding, this is what they come up with. But through their understanding, they come up with war. They come through separation. Now it's time for that global oneness, and that's what you call assisting each other. This is where you have sisters, and this is why you have aunts. The word aunt is from the word ain't. You ain't my mother, you my aunt, or they say aunt, so you ain't. It's the same thing. It's like the muffled sounds of English. But the Elohim, we choose to use this language English because it's a conglomeration of many different dialects, or it's a language that we're going to use. Many people went back to Egypt, and from that you can get a certain understanding, but you will not get the guidance, the continual guidance that we're actually giving out. And the reason though I wear this hat, you see, is to let you know that this actually is the Godfather hat, you see. And if you can see this right there, you look up close. That is an Indian warrior on it. I don't know if I can show you here. There you go. That is an Indian warrior on it, And actually, I'm going to read you something. I'm going to read you something here. And the camera got kind of tilted. There you go. Be back on point. I want to read you something. This book is called The Modern Nations of the World, which means that we're in a different era and we're in a different time frame. So everybody that's running back to back in time is not going to happen. I don't care how far you go back in time, you're not going to come back to this time by going back in time. Okay, but anyway, here you go. Get a little glimpse of what's going on. Right. But anyway, I want to read you a little bit. Okay. Frozen in action. I want to get that hat. Yeah. See, they call it the crown. Yeah, that's the Godfather hat right there. There you go. You can see the side right there. Yeah. That's the Godfather hat. I'm going to hit you with another hat in a minute. But anyway, it says the Iroquois Leagues inspires Ben Franklin. For uncounted generations, perhaps beginning as early as the 1200s, 6 Native American tribes were united in a confederation known as the Iroquois League. This league was governed by the constitution known as the Kanakawa, or the Great Law of Peace, which features was described in 114 wampum pictograms. A supreme council of 50 males were called peace chiefs, included tribal representations, was permanently fixed at 14 members of the Onondaga tribe, 10 of the Cayuga, 9 of the Oneida, 9 of the Mohawk, 8 of the Seneca. Now, these tribal clan mothers nominated male representatives who were appointed for life. That's like Supreme Chief Justices appointed for life. But as you see, as we read further down, it says, tribal clan mothers nominated these male representatives who were appointed for life but could be recalled for poor performance. Just the same thing as in our judiciary system, the highest office, which is Supreme Courts. Different parts of the Intertribal Council functions and effects as executive, legislative, and judiciary branches in the same three that we have in this country. The Iroquois Constitution expediently provided strict rules of procedure to provide checks and balances. Benjamin Franklin, one of the American founders, was familiar with the Iroquois and strongly approved of the many features of their league. As early as 1751, Benjamin Franklin advocated a similar system for united or for American colonies. And this can be found in the book that's written by Bruce E. Johansen. That's Bruce, and then E period, and then Johansen, and it's called Forgotten Founders. So actually, it goes on to say, it would be a very strange thing if 6 nations, Indian nations, should be capable of forming such a uniform and be able to execute it in such a manner as that it has subsisted ages and appear indissoluble. Yet, a like union should be impracticable for 10 or dozens of English colonies. I'll be right back. Hello. We can end that one. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to switch hats right now. And this one is here. It's called a Panama hat. From the Panama Canal. Actually, I think about the year 2000 something, the Panama Canal was supposed to be given back to Panama, and the United States never gave it back to Panama because that Panama Canal is very lucrative and is very important. And Panama City, or Panama, the country of Panama, they never got it back. But nobody did anything about it. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. On the other hat that I have another. This is the angel, or what we call the spirit. And it's an Indian spirit. It looks like an angel, and it's actually just coming down like it's coming out of heaven. You see that? Right, that's on the other side of the Godfather hat. So I got 2 things. I got one on this side, right? As you can see, probably can't see too good. Then I got one on the other side. And that represents that this particular country was conquered. It's not owned. See, when you come and you conquer somebody's country, it's not yours. You can conquer it for many, many years, but it's still not yours. And once we get into stepping up as the woman, because the woman is the leader, as long as they can distract you from doing what you need to do, I'm gonna put the Godfather hat back on. As long as they can distract you from doing what you need to do and bling you, and you're going to the club, you're getting drunk, getting high, medication, eating wrong, cooking all kind of stuff to eat. That's like a gas chamber. When you're in the kitchen and you cook, you're actually a cook. But we're going to get into that another time, because basically I just want to get this Godfather hat up in here and just peek up in here just a little bit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And this actually is for women only. So if you're a man listening to this, you need to go ahead and cut it off, because what I'm getting ready to do now, you don't want to see this. Okay? So if you're a man, I advise you to cut this off. Okay? So now, what we're going to do, we're going to put some kids up here. All right. Kids playing in the, yeah, they was playing. So anyway, here's Superman. Da-da, Superman, da-da-da-da-da. If you notice, he got 3 eyes. Can you see it? The third eye is open. So anyway, I'm out of here. You be good.